So you just found the perfect house and you're wondering if anybody's died there or if it's haunted. The seller should have to tell you, right? The answer might scare you. Well, maybe. Probably not, but maybe it will. I don't know. I don't even watch scary movies. I can't even make it through Beetlejuice. Hey there, I'm Paul Wolfert with Century 21 Row. I help buyers and sellers all over Metro Detroit buy and sell real estate, and people ask me that exact question all the time. It's probably a lot more common than you'd think. See this right here? This is a seller's disclosure form. Legally, the seller has to tell you everything that's good and bad about a property. If it works or if it doesn't work, it goes on this thing. Does the roof leak? Is the basement dry? You know, how old's the furnace? How old's the hot water tank? What's up with the refrigerator? Stuff like that. There's no checkbox on here for deaths or ghosts. If there is, I don't see it. But that doesn't mean you don't have to tell people about it. Or does it? Maybe. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Let me explain. First, we'll talk about deaths. Some states force a seller to disclose if the house is a stigmatized property. That means that there was a murder, a suicide, infectious disease, stuff like that. Someone peacefully passing away in their sleep does not count as a terrible event. And guess what? Michigan is not on the list of states that require that. So, if you want to buy a house in Michigan that had a bad case of Ebola, maybe a murder, suicide, you may never know about it. But you will know about the leaky basement and the bad roof. But what about ghosts? Now this one's a little bit tricky. There was a haunted house being sold back in 1989, but it was being sold as a regular house to a guy from out of town. So the seller was just claiming that it was a regular old property when he was selling it. The problem was, the seller talked all the time about how haunted this place was. He was interviewed by Reader's Digest and the local news 3 times. This place was even on a haunted home tour. It wasn't just a little haunted, it was like super haunted. You can look it up. So when the buyer found out how haunted this place is, what do you think he did? He said, I don't want to buy the house anymore. And the seller decided that he was going to deny the whole thing and claim that it wasn't haunted. So the buyer forfeited his earnest money deposit check and he took the seller to court. It turns out the court agrees. You can't go around bragging how haunted your house is and then turn around and take it all back when it's time to sell it. They now refer to that court case as the Ghostbusters ruling, which is super awesome if you ask me. So if somebody's going around publicly stating that their house is haunted, yes, they should have to disclose that as a fact when they go to sell the house. But if it's just, like a little bit haunted, if they just, hear some footsteps every now and then and they don't really tell anybody about it, then who's to say? Situations with haunting and deaths are super rare when it comes to real estate. I've helped hundreds of people buy and sell homes all over, and I can tell you from experience that there's much scarier things that you and your agent should be looking out for when you're looking for houses. Unfortunately, I'm only one guy and I can only be in one place at one time. Luckily for you, I put everything that I think that you and your agent should focus on into one super sweet checklist. This thing is 4 pages long and has 17 sections and over 150 points that you or your agent should look out for. If it can be spotted without X-ray vision, there's a good chance it's in that thing. It's like the next best thing to having me as your real estate agent. Just go ahead and click the link above, below, or wherever it's at and download it for free. Go ahead, check it out. It's free. Even if you want to give it to another real estate agent, it's fine. Maybe just cross my name off so they don't, see where it came from. But it's yours to use. This is what you need right here. You need a Ghostbusters pack. That's what you need so that you can bust those ghosts. You just get them. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Actually, I am afraid of ghosts. Like, I think I said that already. I can't even get through Beetlejuice. Get through Ghostbusters, open up. I'm afraid of everything. I hear a creak in the night and I freak out.